An angry mother, surrounded by family, stormed out of the Queens County courtroom. This moments after 20-year-old Chanel Lewis was arraigned in the murder of Karina Vetrano. That mother also yelling at the suspect and his family in the courtroom during the proceeding. The jogger killed in August, her body found in Spring Creek Park in Howard Beach by her own father. Vetrano was strangled, sexually assaulted, savagely beaten.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Police now say it was at the hands of 20-year-old Chanel Lewis. The East New York man was picked up by police yesterday. Police say his DNA matched the DNA found on Karina's body under her fingernails.
We found a 9/11 call from May of this year prior to the homicide of him being in Howard Beach. From that, we developed a profile.
Police say Lewis voluntarily gave them a DNA sample. Detectives add that Lewis made incriminating statements and admissions. All this a surprise to the suspect's father, who showed us his son's awards from high school and says he's a quiet, reserved young man. Outside the courthouse, Lewis's father in noticeable disbelief.
He's a great guy, and he's not the person who would have done what they say.
His father is.
No.
Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Go away.
There's no more further comment.
No more. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away.
And you can see just how intense it was inside and outside of the courthouse. Lewis does not have a criminal record, just court summons in the Howard Beach area. He's now due back in court on February 21st. He's being held without bond. By the way, police tell us Vetrano and Lewis had never met until that day in August. We're live in Kew Gardens tonight. I'm Ray Vieda, News 4 New York.
Ray, thank you. There was also raw emotion in a Brooklyn neighborhood tonight, shaken by gunfire. One man is dead, another critically hurt, and right now police are trying to find the person who pulled the trigger. News 4's Ida Siegel's live in Canarsie with the one thing that remains unclear. Ida?
Yeah, and Gus, the street here still remains a crime scene tonight, although things have calmed down quite a bit. The victim's family was here earlier. They were inconsolable and confused about what exactly happened to their loved one. Overcome with grief, the family of 22-year-old Darren Harrison could barely hold it together after learning their loved one had been shot and killed here on East 84th Street tonight. The neighborhood was rattled by gunshots just after 5 o'clock.
I heard the bangs. It didn't sound to me like there were firecrackers because of the banging, the loudness of it, and the impact.
Police say another 19-year-old man was also shot but survived and was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Neville Jolly lives across the street. He says when he looked outside to see what happened, it was apparent someone had likely been killed.
I saw one person on the side of the road, on the left side of the road, on the sidewalk line. So I assumed that that person passed away, unfortunately, and then there was another body on the other side of the road.
Who shot the young men and why is still under investigation. Family members were devastated and unable to talk about what happened. Some folks in the neighborhood say they are shocked to see this kind of violence here. Others, not so much.
It's heartbreaking to see that, us as in the neighborhood, we still have to, shoot to, get what we want and stuff like that. So it's just sad.
Neighborhood's just not safe out here anymore. You just got to be careful where you go and watch whatever you do.
Police have not made any arrests tonight. Again, what was behind this shooting to begin with, still unclear tonight. Reporting live from Canarsie, Ida Siegel, News 4, New York.
Ida, thank you. We're going to move now to the weather. Your work week will start off nice, but things are going to be taking a dramatic change.
Yeah, here's Storm Team 4's Erica Groh. Erica.
That's right, and we are keeping a close eye for the next couple of days on Storm Tracker 4 live radar. Of course, the red sweep here, our brand new live Doppler radar for you, and it is, of course, the most powerful radar in the region, and we are going to give that thing quite a workout once we get into early Tuesday morning. And there are two pieces right now of the developing system that are heading our way. Right now, this little band of showers that you see moving through the southeastern United States that will eventually lift to the north and and combine with what is not even a discernible area of low pressure yet in the northern Rockies. When they come together, they will start to develop into our next storm system. But overnight tonight, we're going to keep things pretty clear and just seasonably chilly down into the low 30s by 6 a.m. as you're stepping out the door. We'll talk about milder temperatures accompanying that storm ahead in the 10-day forecast. Back to you.
Erica, thank you. And it was a nail-biting end tonight in Super Bowl 51. This is a game that will go down in the history books. Take a look. These are some New England Patriot fans celebrating in Boston just minutes after that big win.
Bruce Beck is here with more on the amazing comeback tonight. Amazing, that's one of many words to use.
Unbelievable, Gus. The Patriots and the Falcons, a game for the ages. You know that's one of my catchphrases, but this time it's oh so true. The first ever overtime game in Super Bowl history, the greatest comeback in the history of pro football's ultimate game. Belichick and Brady winning together for a record 5th time. The Patriots trailed 28-3 at one point. Title in franchise history, 34-28 the final. What a ball game. Deflategate is finally over. Sweet redemption for Tom Brady. Belichick, the best coach ever. Brady, the best quarterback ever. What a night. We'll have much more coming up in sports and later at midnight on Sports Final. There's a lot to talk about. This game was beyond compare.
Bruce, thank you very much. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Bruce. Well, from Houston to New Jersey, where the mayor of West New York is being credited tonight with convincing a man to end a 12-hour standoff with cops. A SWAT team had to block off a section of 57th Street and evacuate the neighbors there. Authorities say the man barricaded himself inside a home after running from a traffic stop and firing at police officers. After hours of negotiations involving the police, family members, and even the mayor, the man finally surrendered.
I'm just extremely blessed that nobody got hurt and he's able to get treatment after this.
And Mayor Roque tells us that the man is a military veteran. His name has not been released, and we are still awaiting word on just what charges he will face.
President Trump's immigration and travel restrictions remain in legal limbo tonight. Today, a federal appeals court rejected the Justice Department's request for an immediate reinstatement. On Friday, a federal judge in Seattle barred enforcement of Mr. Trump's executive order for the time being. That order had barred immigrants and travelers from 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the United States for at least 90 days, including most refugees. The president has cited terrorism concerns in justifying the order, but the judge noted that no one from the 7 countries in question had committed a terrorist attack in the U.S. since 9/11. Mr. Trump continued to blast the ruling on Twitter today, writing, quote, "If something happens, blame him and the court system." Vice President Pence echoed that on NBC's Meet the Press.
We remain very confident that the president's actions are on solid constitutional and legal grounds.
And tomorrow, Mr. Trump plans to visit MacDill Air Force Base in Florida before heading back to the White House. That base is the headquarters of U.S. Central Command, which oversees military operations in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Governor Christie is defending a controversial comment the president made concerning Russia. In an interview that aired today on Fox, talk show host Bill O'Reilly called Russian leader Vladimir Putin a killer. Mr. Trump responded, quote, "We've got a lot of killers," referring to the United States, and then added, quote, "What do you think? Our country's so innocent?" On a Sunday morning talk show today, Christie said the president was just being combative.
The president likes to volley back and forth with people, and when he's being challenged, he likes to challenge back.
Christie also said he knows the president will stand up to Russia and be tough with Putin.
God bless our president, our children, and God bless America.
And protesters squared off at Trump Tower today. About 100 supporters of President Trump organized a rally to show their confidence in the job he has done in the first 2 weeks. They also expressed support for the executive order banning immigration from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. Meanwhile, a counter-protest was organized by people against the president's agenda at Trump Tower at the very same time. And there is much more news ahead here on News 4 at 11.
Who's picking up the bill? The stunned police say this well-dressed group pulled after going out for a meal.
And a wild crash nearly splits a car in 2. Wait till you hear what caused the driver to lose control.
And caught on video, a deli is ambushed and robbed. What sent a cashier to the hospital?
Monday at 4. Better get Vaquero with another problem solved.
Faced with a hefty hospital bill when her newborn's insurance didn't kick in on time, a Brooklyn mom turned to me and we got the money back.
Watch Better Get Vaquero Monday at 4 on News 4 New York.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means we can deliver equal uploads and downloads. Welcome to 8.5 Maple Street. It's half a house. And even though it only has half a kitchen, half the closet space, and a half bath, it's a full house to the Wilsons. Because they have Fios, their half house has full internet, with uploads as fast as downloads. Don't pay for uploads that aren't up to speed. Get 150 meg internet, TV, and phone for only $79.99 per month online for 1 year. Only from Fios.
What's with them?
Well, those two, they're always fighting for attention. There's more to a legendary city than its legends. Plan your Philadelphia stay at visitphilly.com.
Afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. The east and the west are mine. The north and the south are mine. All seems beautiful to me.
Recently, something extraordinary happened at Raymore and Flanagan. It had nothing to do with great furniture or guaranteed deliveries. It was about the things you can't put a price on. When the Smithville School came to perform in our store, it brought us together, not as sales associates and customers, but as neighbors, members of a welcoming community, standing up and standing proud for each other.
When you get to work, turn on 106.7 Light FM for 2 hours of commercial-free music. Starting at 8:15, 2 hours non-stop from the 80s through today. More music, more variety. Light FM.
You came to ski, to ride, to explore 2 world-class resorts, and discover a charming town. Yes, all that in Park City, Utah. Start planning your adventure at visitparkcity.com.
A loose piece of paper blowing around in a car caused a wild accident in New Jersey today. Take a look at the aftermath. The car split in half. Video also shows a fire that was sparked by downed power lines in the crash. Well, the good news here, the driver was not seriously injured. Here's what happened. It all began around 3:30 this afternoon on Davidson Mill Road in South Brunswick. The 23-year-old driver told police he was grabbing for a piece of paper that nearly blew out of his car. That's when he lost control and slammed in the utility pole. Well, the driver was wearing his seatbelt, and police say that likely saved the man's life.
Police on Staten Island want to track down a group of diners who enjoyed their pricey meal and then ducked out on the bill. This is who police say they're looking for. The video shows the group of 4 checking their coats before sitting down to eat at the Chinar restaurant in Aerochar on New Year's Day. According to police, they racked up a $645 bill but never paid. Employees say they saw the group take off in a silver SUV.
It is back to school tomorrow for 2 New Jersey girls, but it will not be a routine Monday. Last week, St. Teresa's School in Kenilworth expelled Sydney Phillips and her younger sister. Their family sued the school last year when Sydney was told she was not allowed to play on the boys' basketball team. And there's a rule in the handbook that says any parent who files litigation against the school has to remove their kid from classes. Well, a judge ruled the girls must be let back in pending a hearing.
If you depend on the 6th Avenue Orange subway line to get around the city at night, get ready for problems. So this is what's happening. Beginning tomorrow night, the B, D, F, and M lines will not stop at these stations because of track work. 14th Street, 23rd Street, 34th Street, Herald Square, 42nd Street, Bryant Park, 47th through 50th Street right here at Rockefeller Center, and 57th Street. These changes will take place on overnights on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the next 2 weeks.
Well, more and more people are taking advantage of the great outdoors in New York State. The Parks Department says nearly 70 million people visited open spaces, historic sites, or campgrounds last year, and that is a 6% more than the year before. State officials say great weather and an extra week before Labor Day were likely factors. The state's also made an effort to upgrade and revitalize its parks.
And Gus, you mentioned the weather. We turn now to the weather. Storm Tracker 4, the most powerful and precise radar in the tri-state, is tracking your weather in real time out there.
Storm Team 4's Erica Groh with what we're seeing tonight.
All right, well, we don't have anything to show you on Storm Tracker 4 today or tomorrow, but there's a big change on the way. So this sweep is going to be moving, and it's going to be working some overtime, I think, when we get into Tuesday. But this is, of course, Storm Tracker 4, the most powerful and precise radar in the region, and it's going to give us to the minute exactly what's happening out there, and it has a 185-mile range, so we'll be able to see every drop, every snowflake, every little sleet pellet for 185 miles around. But tomorrow, we're not going to see any of that, just sun and seasonable temperatures. The showers move in on Monday night, and the worry is that there will be enough lingering cold air at the surface to produce some ice early on Tuesday before sunrise for most of us, so it really shouldn't be a big deal, but yeah, we could see some icy patches for that Tuesday morning commute. I'll show you exactly where in just a moment. But right now, we're still well above the freezing mark throughout central and southern New Jersey. It's 41 in Manalapan, Keyport at 39 degrees, and it's 37 right now in Hillsborough, 42 still in Central Park, and 37 in Newburgh and Poughkeepsie. So even north and west of town, temperatures are still solidly above freezing. On satellite and radar, again, we're looking at that stream of moisture well to the north of us. Those snow showers that we got during the day today didn't amount to much of anything, just a dusting. And overnight tonight, we're not going to see another round of that. In fact, some clearing tonight with a low of 32 in the city. We will see some 20s north and west of town, but it's just not going to get that bitterly cold overnight tonight. And then tomorrow, with plenty of sunshine, we will get basically to our average high temperature, 38 at noon, 40 at 5 o'clock, and a final high temperature in the mid-afternoon of 42 degrees, just a little bit on the breezy side. And that is a pretty seasonable feel out there on Monday. But then Tuesday, as that storm system that I mentioned at the beginning of the newscast heads our way, we could have a brief wintry mix. The cold air is going to be so shallow that it's most likely just going to be light freezing rain in a couple spots where the roads are untreated. There might be some slick spots north and west of town, so keep that in mind. But temperatures get well above freezing as we head into the afternoon. A high temperature of 48 degrees on Tuesday. That's going to melt away any snow and ice very quickly. And a quick view of Future Tracker shows you just how minimal that threat for the icing is. The pink is an indication of areas where we could see some icy patches, and that is very far north and west of town. And here it is, the Storm Team 4 10-day forecast with those temperatures really surging over the next couple of days. So today wasn't too bad at all. We got up to 41, but we're going to be close to 50 on Tuesday, and Wednesday well into the 50s, but it is going to be gusty, and that rain will continue until Thursday morning, it looks like.
You have a little something of everything in that forecast.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Erica.
Sure. Eric, thank you. Well, a man accused of stealing another man's clothes could soon be wearing a new outfit, a prison jumpsuit. Police say Angel Valentine is the man in this video. He's accused of forcing a man to strip at gunpoint at Far Rockaway. Police say he took the man's coat, blazers, shoes, even his pants. Valentine is facing several charges, including robbery and stalking.
The city of Trenton is hoping the sounds of explosions will help clear up a disgusting problem they're having in downtown. Bird droppings are now covering the sidewalks, the cars, and the buildings in the South Warren Street corridor and near the Hughes Justice Complex. The culprits? Thousands of crows that have moved into the area. The city's planning to use pyrotechnics or cannons next week to somehow drive them out.
Still ahead on News 4 at 11, a church pastor attacked on the street. How police say the shocking assault unfolded.
And then up in flames, the questions swirling tonight around this huge fire that destroyed a Long Island restaurant.
Monday at 6, tracking sex offenders. They're supposed to register where they live, but some have found a way to hide.
No one ever really knows where they are.
The I-Team exposes what some call a dangerous loophole. More investigations, more answers, Monday at 6.
No matter how the markets change, at T. Rowe Price, our disciplined approach remains. Global markets may be uncertain, but you can feel confident in our investment experience around the world. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
There's one state that has more ski mountains to choose from than any other in the country. And that's not the only thing you can only find in New York State. You can find it all, only in New York. New York, it's all here. It's only here. Plan your winter getaway at iloveny.com.
says it won't let up for a while.
The Cadillac XT5.
What should we do?
Tailored to you.
Wait it out.
Equipped with Apple CarPlay compatibility. Current GM lessees get this low-mileage lease on this Cadillac XT5 from around $439 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer.
Time Warner Cable is now Spectrum, redefining what a cable company can be, giving you the power to turn any night into a movie night with over 200 channels available in stunning HD and thousands of titles free on demand. All for $29.99 a month when you call 844-349-2999. Plus, get the freedom to surf, stream, post, and game from all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds, 100 megabits per second, with no data caps and a free modem. Just $29.99 a month. Then, connect with family and friends near and far with unlimited nationwide calling and unlimited calling to Canada, Puerto Rico, and Mexico with no added taxes or fees. Get Spectrum Voice for just $29.99 a month when you call 844-349-2999. All with no contracts and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get the power of Spectrum. Call 844-349-2999.
Your path to retirement may not always be clear, but at T. Rowe Price, we can help guide your retirement savings. So wherever your retirement journey takes you, we can help you reach your goals. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Well, this is a live shot of people gathering and celebrating up in Boston tonight. You can only imagine the swing of emotions that they have been dealing with. At one point, looking at a pretty bad loss, and then all of a sudden seeing their team indeed make history. Because, in case you didn't know, the Patriots and Falcons faced off tonight in the Super Bowl.
And no matter which team you were rooting for, there's one thing many fans, myself included, could agree on. It was an epic halftime show.
Baby, I just need one good one to stay. Hey, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Oh, isn't that nice? Lady Gaga's halftime show even included a shout out to her biggest fans, her parents. The Grammy winner kicked off the show from the top of Houston's Energy Stadium, singing God Bless America and This Land Is Your Land, before jumping down below. Then it was a 15-minute medley of Gaga's greatest hits, from Born This Way to Just Dance, Poker Face, and Bad Romance.
And we were hearing some stories being recounted online now that some people actually left the game early because they thought it was all said and done.
That was a bad call.
It doesn't happen often,
big
but
mistake,
sometimes
yeah.
it happens. And it was not the night you wanted to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gaga was good, and the Patriots were even better. What a comeback, what a victory, what a Super Bowl. The Patriots adding to their dynasty with an unbelievable performance in Super Bowl 51 in Houston.